Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video here on Swell Hub. My name is Gibmoses, and in today's video, let's take a look at Litecoin against the USD. A huge apologies for not uploading consistent videos as I used to before. It's definitely not in my hands. For those wondering, I don't do cryptocurrency full time. I have other side businesses that I have to manage, and on top of that, I'm doing Swell Hub. Alright, making daily videos. If you're trying to get that daily cryptocurrency content, you can go ahead, register for swell.net. That way you're minimizing your losses and your risk. Cool. So you can go ahead, take a look at Swell Hub for all the new people, read through. Alright, so in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Litecoin. We're not going to take a look at Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, you name it. We're going to specifically focus on the Bitcoin pair. Alright, so Bitcoin, I have drawn our pivot points in red and green, and I'll get to these at the end of the video. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at our most favorite, I'm going to say, strategy out there. And that's going to be our fractal method. It's going to give us an idea of what should happen next. As we know, market behavior repeats over and over again, and it's repeating again. Alright, this is our first fractal, which of course is on a smaller duration. We have our second fractal right over here. Let's make it just like that. And we have our third fractal right over here. Alright, and then we have our most recent fractal, which I know I covered in my previous videos, which in other words takes us to this fractal right over here. Alright, it's humongous, indicating that this upcoming move in the long term, it's not going to be tiny, it's going to be massive. So Gibmoses, why the hell are you drawing these bubbles? I don't know what the hell's going on. Pretty simple guys, we're going to go ahead and focus at market behavior inside these fractals. Our first one, we had a nice rally followed by a pullback. Same thing with our second fractal. Rally followed by pullback. Third fractal, rally followed by a pullback. And our most recent fractal. I know this is going to look quite scary, but here we go. This is our rally followed by a pullback. Alright, I hope you guys are following along. And then you can see how we went for a lower high, followed by a higher low, followed by a massive rally to the upside. Second fractal, same story. We're making a higher low, followed by a lower high, followed by a major pump to the upside, similar to our first fractal. Cool. Third fractal, same story, a rally followed by a lower high, and hallelujah, up we go for the rally. Cool. And our most recent fractal, we have our pump followed, which caused a higher low, similar to what happened with our previous fractals. And then we went for a lower high. Just like our previous fractals, we go for a major pump, as many would predict. Cool. So here's something about this next pump. What would 100% confirm that we're heading up? In order to find out, we're gonna have to turn on our pivot points that we turned off at the beginning of the video. So right here in BV, we have our bullish pivot points. Alright, so the way that pivots work is pretty self-explanatory. Whichever line triggers first, whether it's this green line right over here at 297 or 108, whichever level gets triggered first is the direction that we're heading. Triggering our bearish pivot point in red would indicate a further sell-off to the downside. And I'll go more in depth in just a minute of how far, and vice versa. Triggering above our green line would indicate a further rally, similar to what we had with our previous fractals. Cool. Notice with our 3 previous fractals that we had, we never triggered the red line, which in other words is our bearish pivot point. The only thing that was triggered was our bullish pivot point, which of course indicated that the bulls are strong, there's buyers stepping in, and the algorithm went for a massive pump. Cool. So in the coming weeks, months, God knows how long. So if you're trying to play this market 100% in your favor, you don't want to lose, you want to play with the algorithm, best thing to do is place your buy stops above 296. All right. And of course, you would place your stop losses below 103. So until 297 breaks above, that's where it's 100% confirmed that we're heading towards, let's find out, to approximately 561. Let me go ahead and highlight that. Cool. So 560 is 100% confirmed only once this bullish pivot point at 295 is broken above, and vice versa. Bulls are not stepping in, there's no buyers, and sellers take control, and price action breaks below 104, which is 100% possible, guys. All right. Especially nowadays with COVID, with the new Omicron event, I'll be 100% transparent with every single one of you guys. With the way the market is moving, I'm leaning more towards the bearish scenario, all right, which is to the downside. And of course, Bitcoin is looking quite disgusting. I don't care how bullish it looks. There's certain pivot points that I need to see triggered first before I go ahead and turn bullish. And for those people out there thinking, holy shit, he just flipped bearish last minute, fuck no, guys. I've been bearish ever since 280 mark. Alright, that's the signal that I gave in the gold members group. Alright, ever since here, I can go back into the messages. I don't know if I can find them. Let's actually try. I mean, here's 2 examples, alright. 263, we were calling for a dump. And if we go more into recent chats, you can see how we've been calling for a dump. How far down, you might ask? So give or take within 78 to approximately $60. Cool. Again, I want you all to keep in mind this $60 range would be 100% confirmed once this bearish pivot point is broken. Cool. So if anybody out there right now is predicting that we're heading for a bull market or we're heading for an all season, big no, guys. All right, this is not the place to be high leverage trading. You don't want to be doing that, especially the way that Bitcoin is looking. And I went way more in depth in Swell.net. So whoever you're following out there, they might be hyping the living soul out of 100,000 per one Bitcoin, or 1,000 or 2,000 per one Litecoin. And let me tell you guys, whoever out there is calling for those targets without seeing that 100% confirmation is just bullshitting you, alright? They're feeding you BS, alright? And if they're doing that, they're just hyping random BS. They're obviously doing it for the hype, for the attention, and they're feeding their audience shit. And I hate to say that, but I see it happen over and over again. And that's the last thing I want you guys going through is major losses. Because so and so said that we're going to $1,000 per one Litecoin or God knows what. Alright, I'm telling you right now, I'm quite bearish. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think we're gonna break below our bearish pivot point or break above our bullish pivot point? I'd like to hear your opinions in the comment section below. Without further ado, if this video helped you out, hit that like button, turn on your notification icon, and I'll see you guys in the next video.